It is time now for the Peter Channel New News Report on this Thursday afternoon, February 25th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Top news headlines at 12 noon on this Thursday afternoon, and the top story at 12 is Romney's timely Trump trolling as Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz sharpened attacks on Donald Trump and costed one of his campaign ripped off donors and Hillary Knox Bernie. Wall. Why even off Republican senators who say they won't consider any Supreme Court nominee? President Obama has reported today that Republican candidates nominated as the next justice replacing Anton Scalia. Apple doesn't want it to be in the iPhone hacking business and is looking to close to vulnerability at the conservative skirt part with the FBI. Governor Terry McAuliffe of Virginia is surveying the storm damage as a deadly storm system has spawned tornadoes along the Gulf Coast and damage along the East Coast. Washington, the case involving a court order demanding an Apple help the FBI unlock the iPhone linked to the one of the 10 Bermuda shooters is likely to be a trailblazer for Senate President for other cases. FBI Director James Comey said. Black Lives Matter protesters confront Clinton at a fundraiser. London, Britain's globally respected broadcaster, the BBC, was told on Thursday that it was guilty of serious failings in handling that the Jimmy Savile, a celebrated TV and radio showman, revealed after death to have one of the Britain's most public sex crimes. Berlin, Greece on Thursday recalled its ambassador to Austria. Consultations escalated the diplomatic war in Europe over how it handle record influx of immigrants from the war-torn Middle East and beyond. The stakes are enormous. More than 250,000 people have died in Syria in the past 5 years after the country had uprooted and fled. The United States and will submit to the UN Security Council on Thursday a draft resolution that will expand sanctions against North Korea over the latest nuclear test, the spokesman for the U.S. said. Damascus, Syria. The regime of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad on Thursday took back control of Qadisha, a stringent town recently seized by the Islamic State. Seoul, North Korea said it would create a planet without the United States. Abortion clinics have been closing at a record pace, but the decline has not been only in red states. New York, the Coast Guard crew had ventured up to save fishermen stuck on the boat rocking in rough water just off New York's Rockaway Beach early Thursday. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, just like a high school senior ATO Thomas Lewis is looking forward to life after graduation of South Dakota governor considers transgender restroom bill. A New York lawmaker introduced a bill that would restrict food stamp recipients from purchasing luxury and unhealthy products and public benefits. Washington, President Obama signed into law the Judicial Redress Act, giving some European citizens recourse in the U.S. courts to protect their personal data. Miami, a passenger aboard a cruise ship which sailed by the Atlantic Caribbean storm earlier this month is suing over injuries he has sustained. Washington, President Obama signed a bipartisan bill that includes a measure banning the United States from importing products that are produced by slaves. A couple suspected in placing illegal devices that skim credit card numbers from a hotel machines in Attleboro are now being sought in the connection with a similar incident in Walpole, as Walpole police are searching for men and women tied to a skimming incident at a gas station on Sunday. Surveillance images taken from this gas station at the Cumberland Farm in Attleboro where a man and woman on something in a skimming cape appear to show the same couple. Police in Attleboro and Walpole are seeking any information related to the whereabouts of the two people. One of these suspects was described as a white male of medium with dark hair and appeared possibly in his late 20s, early 30s in the video. He wears a dark colored cap and a dark colored overcoat. The second suspect is a thin white woman described to be in the late 20s. In the late 30s, she is seen wearing a knit cap, thick frame eyeglasses, a winter coat and fur-lined hood, gray striped pants, and white sneakers. In Orleans, Massachusetts, a Cape Cod man who raised rabbits so he could sell their meat and fur has been sentenced to a year probation after the animals were found to be living in poor conditions. The Cape Cod Times reports that 56-year-old Kenneth Aber was sentenced Wednesday in Orleans District Court after pleading to sufficient facts of the cruelty. An investigation was launched after the Massachusetts Society for Prevention of Cruelty. Animals reported that officers had difficulty getting Aber, the property owner, to improve living conditions for a horse and 8 Aber rabbits in a home in Truro. Natick, Massachusetts, smoke being blamed for a fatal fire at a native home that didn't have any working smoke alarms. Tokyo Taipei. Taiwan's Foxconn put its takeover electronic maker Sharp Corporation on hold for Thursday after discovering previous undisclosed liability sources had thrown in what was said to be the biggest takeover of a foreign firm. Consumers are losing confidence in the economy and its double drive down mortgage rates, the conference board reports. Earlier this week, the consumer confidence index sank to a 70-month low. London. European shares front after 2 days of falls on Thursday and sterling steady, having been pounded all week by Brexit fears for a 6% drop in the Chinese stock spread concerned with its China economy. There's a lot of conflicting information about the best time to buy plane tickets since areas like President can function for no obvious reasons, but the general schedule has the most remained for the same for the past few years. Relevant arsenal in New York. The U.S. Army's relevant arsenals produced next generation bipods from the 81mm mortar sensitive bipods larger than the current bipods. Washington, Nissan, disabling an app that all I've used is electric leaf card to control the temperature afterwards found to be suspected hacking. Manassas, Virginia, the U.S. Navy extended Lockheed Martin contract for submarine command, control communications, and intelligence and work with $60 million award. Astronomers have been perplexed by a fast-rated burst fire over a decade, but not only part of the mystery has been solved. An incredible new picture of the Milky Way shows our home galaxy shown glowing early in the wavelengths that are invisible to human eye, revealing zones that are hidden star birth. Cape Canaveral, Florida, after a dual year space, American space chef Scott Kelly is just a few days away from returning to Earth. Scientists revealed the total reference colorist, which is considered to be stupid that the disappear for the Earth was actually smarter than thought. Said a news study by Study University scientists revealed that Robert Cale, a longtime Duke University conscientious researcher, was confirmed as the next leader of the Food and Drug Administration by a wide margin this week. Colorado's turns out just by a week now that it's legal there ended up in emergency rooms at a rate far higher than the residents scored in a new study. Most of the aid to Ebola survivors of the new study from the world's largest Ebola African brain symptoms more than 6 months after the initial infection. Pharmacy researchers at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and turns out kid cells and the cancer and stem cells and stray brain tumors at first for medical science. Peter Chell News Time, 12:07, time out for a stock bar report. Okay, take a look at the stocks now up 63 point 49 points at 16.548.48. SP 5 at 5.23 points at 1935.03. And NASDAQ down 1.40 points at 4,541.21. European market here, the Dow, the DAX up 163.68 at 9331.48. FTSE up 1.5 at 63 points at 6,012.81. And CAC 40 up 93.11 points at 4,240.45. Asian markets. Nikkei up 224.55 points at 16,140.34. Shanghai 187.40 points down at 2,741.42. HSI 303.70 at 303.70 points down 58. HSI 1888.75. Oil markets 31.67 down 48 points. Brent 34.18 down 23 cents. And natural gas 1.699 down 79,000 points. Gold markets up 8 cents at 1239.90. S silver down 2,000 point at 15.185. Copper down 2,000 point at 2.074. Bonds, US 30, 28,000 points down at 1.7123. German 10-year 0.003 thousand point at 0.14%. And Japanese 10-year 0.005 down at 0.067%. FX bonds, European US dollar up 1,000 point at 1.1022. US dollar Japanese yen up 53 cents at 112.70, and Great Britain US dollar up 8,000 point at 1.3934. Okay, look at some commodities here. Wheat 4.44 to that, up 1 3/4. Soybean 8.69 down 3 1/4. Corn 3.61 down 3 1/2. Sugar 14.22 up 34 cents. Coffee 160.55 down 45 cents. Cotton 58.06 up 36 cents. Rough rice 10.80 down 14 cents. Cocoa $2,949 up 24. And live cattle 137.70 up $1.55. Lay down 71.40 down 75,000 weight and FT cattle 159.20 up 1.25. Peter Childers on 12:10 down for New England and it's the works. Alerted issue by Vermont Division of Emergency Management and Homeland Security. Edison, Caledonia, Franklin, Orange, Orleans, Washington, Windsor counties in Vermont. The following locations are experiencing flooding and road closures. Route 14 in South Randolph is closed with flooding. Route 15 in Hardwick, Route 100 in Rochester near Quarry Hill Road, US Route 2 in Middlesex, high water east of 100B, Route 111 in Derby, Route 122, 114 US 5 in Linden closed due to high water. Route 125 in Cornwall at the ledge is high water signs. Route 30 Whiting at the swamp, high water signs, and Route 10 between Berkshire and Ennisburg closed in several locations due to high water ice jam. Peter Childers on 12:11, time for Sports Report here. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be at the Garden taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Game time, 7:30 p.m. Yes, this bit is draft special cause Richard Anger, absolutely nobody there, and he's maybe a sports columnist looking to serve about as yes, this bit as offensive to rest with us. Should enjoy it. Chicago, a missed game here, a missed game there. At the rate, Derek was going to play only 7 games for the Chicago Bulls this season, and somebody should probably tweet that to keep the also in perspective. Fullbacks usually don't draw a big crowd in the NFL scouting combine given their diminished roles at the pro level, but that's still a spot if your name is Gronkowski, yes. Kansas State's Gronkowski says he's probably not as much fun as Rob Gronkowski, the forever superstar of the New England Patriots. And the Boston Celtics will probably show interest in New York Knicks superstar coming out on Facebook for the NBA's trade deadline last week. Peter Childers time is now 12:12 on this. Thursday afternoon here, it's time now for a travel report. Let's study up, down and down, dear. And it's Route 95 on the southbound side. We get a 95 on the northbound side. Good afternoon. The 610 connector in the downtown province. So expect delays here. 138 on the eastbound side of the Newport Bridge. It's a little sore after the Jamestown stretch. 114 in Portland's a little sore on Route 103 in Warren. So expect some delays here. 146 on the northbound side of the little sore after Route 99 in Lincoln, down here. Atten to Cape Downs. 20 is looking good from Borden, Falmouth. Route 6 is looking from Saginaw to Orleans and Provincetown here. Southeastern Massachusetts highways. They are looking good here. 120 on the northbound side, so from Great Plain Avenue to Needham all the way up to Route 9 and Wolseley doing the next of the on 120 on the northbound side around the Needham stretch around Great Plain Avenue and Highland Street, so expect some delays here. 93 is having a good accident in Dorchester near the gas tank, so expect some delays here. Mass packing on the westbound side, it's slow from South Boston all the way to the Prue Tunnel doing the next of the mass packing on the westbound side after the Southeast Expressway in Boston here. Route 1 and Broadway. Route 1 it's an accident around Essex Green and Saugus near the Square One Mall, so expect some delays here. And 120 on the southbound side, we have an accident here around Route 22, so expect some delays up in the Beverly stretch of Route 128 here. 495 on the southbound side, a little slow before 290 in Marlborough. Route 2 on the eastbound side, a little slow on Route 111 here. 128 stretch of Route 2, it's a little slow here. Highways in Worcester are looking except for Mass Park interchange with 290 395, a little slow. Highways in Springfield, Massachusetts are looking good here. Otherwise, the pack is looking good from Stockbridge to Boston here. Atten, Connecticut, I-84 on the westbound side, a little slow around I-91 and Norfolk Roads. It's looking good in the highways and byways of Connecticut here. Atten, New York State here. Line Expressway, it's slow from 278 all the way up to Midtown Manhattan here. 278 on the southbound side. Oh no. Westbound side is slow from 25 all the way up to the Brooklyn Bridge. 278 on the eastbound side is slow for Bay Ridge all the way up to 478 in Brooklyn here. 678 on the west on 678. It's slow from LaGuardia Airport to Long Island Expressway. Long Island Expressway, a little slow around 678 and 4 Sills in Queens here. I-87 on the northbound side, so from the Bronx all the way up to Yonkers here. 95 on the northbound side, so from George Washington Bridge all the way up to the Bronx here. And Lincoln Tunnel on both ends, it's slow. And Brooklyn Barrier Tunnel on 478 on the Southbound side slow from Lower Manhattan to the Brooklyn here. And Brooklyn Bridge and then the southbound side slow from FDR Drive all the way out to 278. And FDR Drive it's slow from Harlem all the way at the Upper East Side here. And the Cross Island Parkway slow around the Queens around 25A. And 495 on the Long Expressway it's slow around the Mineola here. And around Hicksville here. And 95 on the northbound side, a little slow around New Rochelle here. Up in Albany here, where it is looking good in highways and byways of Albany here. And highways of northern New England, it's looking good in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine here. Okay, look at that MBTA alerts here. Charlestown ferry trips 12 p.m. from Long Wharf to Charlestown Navy Yard. And 12:15 p.m. from Charlestown Navy Yard to Long Wharf cancel today. Subway system, it's looking good. And on the Kabir Rail, Providence train 8:16, 11:50 a.m. from inbound is operating 10-15 minutes beyond schedule between Attleboro and South Station due to train traffic. Here at Channel News Time, it's now 12:16. It's time now for a weather report on this. Thursday afternoon here, and it is a taste of spring today after we had a rumbling thunderstorms and rain in the overnight hours. And now, our current condition in North Massachusetts at the noontime hour, 56 degrees, World Sky Sky, humidity 57%, wind speed 17 gusts of 29 miles an hour, parameter 20 inches, super bar 41 degrees, and visibility at 10 miles an hour here. Look at that current conditions around the region here, 49 degrees up in Portland, Maine here. 52 in Boston, 61 in Bedford, it's 60 in Fitchburg, 55 in Worcester, 56 in Sturbridge, 56 in Norwood, 54 in Taunton, 50 in New Bedford, it's 55 in Plymouth, 52 in Falmouth, 49 in Chatham, 49 degrees in Providence Town, 50 out in Martha's 55 in Providence, in Smithfield, it's 51 in Westerly, 52 in Buckhorn, it's 50 in Montauk, 48 in Islip, 50 in New York City, 49 in Bridgeport, 49 in New Haven, it's 52 in Denver, Connecticut, 52 in Waterbury, Connecticut, 56 in Middletown and Hartford, 58 in Winslow, 56 in Springfield, it's 58 in Greenfield, 56 out in Athol, 59 in Northampton, 53 in Pittsfield, 47 in Albany, 49. Now, 48 degrees in Silver Springs, 50 in Rutland, 48 in Rutland, Vermont, 50 in Brattleboro, Vermont, it's 59 in Lebanon, Keene, New Hampshire, 55 degrees in Chatham, New Hampshire, 63 degrees in Nashville, New Hampshire, 60 in Manchester and Cork, New Hampshire, 59 in Portsmouth, and 57 in La Croix, New Hampshire. Here. Okay, look at the map situation around the country here. It shows station front from Montana stretching all the way down for Colorado Rockies, bridge to cold front from New Mexico down for Texas and down for Louisiana and Mississippi, and another cold front from Cuba stretching up down the Atlantic seaboard and up to Maine. Merge to the warm front extreme northern portion of Maine up to New Brunswick, down for eastern Quebec, and station front from northeast Michigan stretching up to the eastern Ontario and northern Quebec here. Followed by from southern Michigan stretching down for Ontario and Quebec here. Pink front stretching from Quebec, and here we got high pressure ridges up in North Dakota, western Nebraska, northeastern New Mexico, and the Gulf of Mexico of the Texas Gulf Coast and in western Wyoming, and followed with low pressure down for California coast, and another followed from southern Utah down through Arizona down for the Gulf of California, and a low pressure up in Maine, and a followed from Nebraska down for Missouri, down for Illinois, down for Indiana, and a followed from Alberta down for western Montana. Here, 32 degrees at temperature right now in Detroit, 34 in Pittsburgh, 48 in Washington D.C., 46 in Atlanta, 65 in Miami. It's 69 in Brownsville, 51 in Dallas, Texas, 35 in Kansas City, Omaha, Nebraska, 33 in Chicago, 20 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 37 degrees in Great Falls, Montana, 42 in Seattle, 54 in San Francisco. It is 65 in Los Angeles, 54 in Las Vegas, it's 30 in Salt Lake City and Albuquerque, New Mexico, 62 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona, it's 32 out in Denver, Colorado. Here. All right, take a look at the radar. It shows the last of the storm that brought us the heavy rain and winds at to sea here. As we're seeing the last of the storm stretching off the Cape Cod Islands and stretch up into down East Spain and up into New Brunswick around Nova Scotia, and some sleet up in the northeastern ports of Nova Scotia here. And to the west of us here, some additional showers here, stretching around west of Springfield and Holyoke, stretch up at Emerson and Evelina, and rain showers around Route 2.5 fall. And to the west of us, this is a line of rain showers from Rumpello, New York, stretching up to western Connecticut, and then the Berkshires of Massachusetts up into upstate New York, around Albany, Cedar Springs, and stretching up to Vermont, where unfortunately those poor folks of Vermont are going to experience more rains after the flood and rains they experienced yesterday here. And seeing some rain showers around east of Binghamton and Onion, New York, and some snow and sleet around south of Syracuse. Rain, sleet, and snow showers around western and western, stretching east of Oswego. And this is the heaviest band of rain showers around Copackey Falls, stretching up to Crayville, stretching up to Get, and Old Chatham and Sand Lake, and East Greenwich in New York State, east of Albany, and another heavy band of rain around the Schenectady and Clifton Park area and around Waynesburg. And this is all going to we're seeing some lake effect snow showers from western New York, around Buffalo, stretching in for western Pennsylvania, around Ohio, down for West Virginia, stretching in India, and it's snowing in eastern Michigan, around Detroit, stretching to the western and eastern portions of Ontario, stretching up to southwestern Quebec here. And also seeing some lake effect rain snow showers around Green Bay, Wisconsin, and stretching in central UP and Michigan, and seeing some patchy rain showers around southern Illinois, southeast Missouri, southwestern Kentucky, and Tennessee around Nashville here, and some spotty snow and sleet showers around eastern Tennessee and western portions of North Carolina here. And seeing some spotty snow showers in the northeastern portions of Minnesota and eastern portions of North Dakota and west central portions of Ontario here. And seeing some patchy snow showers around central portions of Saskatchewan here and central portions of British Columbia, and some rain showers in southeastern portions of Alaska. Taking a look at the satellite open shows the line of clouds from off the Florida stretching up to the Maine and Canadian Maritimes, and patchy clouds around the Great Lakes and up to eastern Ontario, but Quebec here, and the line of clouds from northwestern California stretch up to Oregon, Washington coast, up to the Canadian Pacific zone here, around British Columbia, and Alaska, and stretching out to the Pacific Ocean here. And the line of clouds coming from northeastern Montana, stretching into Saskatchewan and Manitoba and Canadian prairies here. Patchy clouds from the Dakotas down to the Plains states. Here, Central Plains around Missouri and northwestern Arkansas. Here. All right, look at that. Forecast for the rest of the day will feature near record warm for this morning, along with mainly dry conditions. A few spots showers may develop this afternoon across the interior. Cool but dry weather expected for Saturday, followed by warmer trend Sunday Monday. A series of low pressure systems will move from Canada with one regular cold front for southern New England early this next week. Dry and trend continues this morning. Winds also shifting in the southwest as Boston radar. Wind provides shows storm 45 knots at 3 km. But as the boundary layer mixed into weak winds later this morning, so would expect southwest winds to gust up to 45 miles at a time. So with strongest winds out across Rhode Island and southeast Massachusetts as a continued wind advisory for the region here. Latest view on the HRR appear to match up well with observed radar data using the trick pops. This morning also adjust the temperature to reflect observed trends, high temperature for the day. Likely occurred at most locations, anticipated temperatures to remain nearly steady and slowly fall throughout the afternoon here. As you can hear, the wind still howl here. As wind advisory remains effective until 7 p.m. this evening here. Locations southeast Massachusetts and some of the This includes the cities and towns of Taunton, Brockton, Plymouth, Fall River, New Bedford, Mattapoisett, Chatham, Falmouth, Provincetown, Vineyard Haven, Nantucket, Providence, West Greenwich, Warwick, Bristol, Narragansett, Westerly, Newport, and Brockton. Southwest with about 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles an hour. Time of the second matter. Gusty winds later this morning and afternoon. As it affects strong wind gusts made down large tree limbs and result in nationally power situation thunderstorms. So move across the area here, which already did here. When the rising is showing the sustained winds are forecast to be 3139 miles an hour. Gusts will range between 46 and 57 miles an hour. Winds are strong, capable of down some small tree limbs and branches as possible cause of nationally power. Just driving can also be difficult to speed for high profile vehicles in. Day 1, day and the night. Wind advisory day 2 to 7. Friday for Wednesday. No hazard weather expected at the time. Here. Okay, take a look at the outage map here for National Grid. $2,689 customers in the dark here in Massachusetts and Rhode Island for National Grid. And National Grid's got 5,056 customers in the dark. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. This afternoon, parts of Scott have temperature at 47 degrees by 5 p.m. Southwest about 60 miles of gust size, 39 miles an hour here. For tonight, most skies got about 31 degrees. Southwest about 9 to 15 miles an hour here. For Friday, most skies got about 42 degrees. West about 9 to 15 miles gust size, 25 miles an hour here. Friday night, most skies got about 60 degrees. And northwest about 7 to 11 miles gust size, 26 miles an hour here. For Saturday, sun skies about 38 degrees. Northwest about 5 to 9 miles coming southwest in the afternoon here. Sorry, podcast got about 28 degrees. Sunday, most of the podcast got about 50, about 34 degrees. Monday, parts of the podcast got about 35, about 28 degrees. The breeze is skies. Today, most of the skies about 44 degrees. To that, chance of snow showers, parts of the skies low about 25 degrees and chest pace of 30%. And for Wednesday, a chest rain and snow showers, parts of the skies about 43 degrees and chest pace of 30%. Peters, what a phrase of the day. A mild, thoroughly intact. With winds on the side. And that's going to be for the Peter Channel News Report on this February 25th, 2016 on a Thursday. Peter, have a good afternoon, good birthday. See you at 5 o'clock for a 5 o'clock report. Have a good afternoon here